Hello, everybody. How's it going? Hopefully well. I am experiencing hilarious things. I was planning on doing the Warring Triad today. Went to the area that I thought it started, and it does in fact not start there. So, I might have to look it up, because I thought the second possibility would be here in Azaslav, but no dice on that either. I don't already have it in my book. But yeah. I'm sorry for the slightly late start today. I went to the library, real quick before stream. And I had to scarf down some food before I could even start. Otherwise, I would be a stumbling mess. Trying to make sure. I can't remember if things don't show up if you haven't cleared the map. I fear... that I will have to look it up. Oh well, I'm at least grabbing some XP. Not that it is a lot of XP, but I am grabbing XP. One last corner. Yeah, sure enough, okay. One moment. My face is gonna break for a second while I look this up. I wonder if it starts at the Waking Sands? There we go, Warring Triad quests. Okay, it's Gods of Eld. Oh! In Ishgard. Okay. Alright, 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 alright. I know what I'm looking for now. Real talk, do I still have... Yes, okay. A welcome in, Rose! How's it going? It's good to see you. I'll take that one. I just, Oh, that's for... Wood Ishgard. Okay. That's Lavs. Must be in the next level. I'm good, thank you. Just had a busy day today, and now I am chilling. Awesome. Not so awesome about a busy day, but I'm glad you're chilling now. Unless you like it busy. I am doing pretty good. I went to the library earlier because I had a series of unfortunate events stopping me from going to the library yesterday. So... Although that did set me a little behind, but that's okay. What was I doing? Oh, Warring Triad. Gods of Held, okay. Him. Yeah! I had some holds I needed to grab, because I have been using it as a way to experience music the ways I used to. Which is actually, like, listening albums from front to back and stuff, which has been pretty fun. And then I also got a couple of graphic novels while I was there, too. Recently, Kyrie and I watched, Nimona for the first time. And I wanted to read that book. And they also had a graphic novel for The Witcher, which looked good, so I grabbed that. Okay, guys. He has a message for us from a mysterious stranger. Ah, my Lord Midas, during your absence, stranger came calling. Upon learning that you were away, he left a message to the effect that he wishes to speak with you and will await you at the Rising Stones. If you have a mind to oblige the stranger, please be careful. I cannot well explain, but it put me at ill ease to simply be near him. This stranger has bad vibes. Okay. Let us make way for the Rising Stones. Oh, here, yeah. Me getting turned around like, where am I? I was forgetting how diverse the materials are for some libraries. It's cool that they have more than regular books. Yeah, my library is pretty neat too in the fact that, it has, like, a crap ton of movies. It has, Like, which is super good, considering that we don't have any rental places in our city anymore. And we have video games, which is nice. I think I might eventually do maybe some, like, challenges based off of that. Like, get a game from the library and see if I can beat it before I have to... before I have to turn it in. Which is pretty cool. What else? What else is there? Music, of course. As I said, I was using it for that. And, also there's, like, a lot of, online resources that my library comes with. Like Libby. Oh my god, I love Libby as, like, a concept. They accept, like, the open dyslexic font, which is, like, a total game changer. For little old me, I love it so much. No, we can't talk to Alphino. That's for the main story quest as much as that fiery little meteor icon draws me in. I remember I used to try beating video games I would rent from Blockbuster before they were due. I could never finish them in time. Yeah, same. I think I only had, like, one video game that I finished in time, and that was Madagascar. The video game. Which, like, low-key, that was actually a pretty good, video game adaptation for a movie, not gonna lie. I have fond memories of it. My experience, too, with, Kingdom Hearts 2, I had rented that one from Blockbuster, before I even played Kingdom Hearts 1 and stuff. And I remember firing up the PS2 and putting that bad boy in, like, super late at night. I didn't have school the next day, so it must have been, like, a weekend or something. And I was glued. My mom let me stay up super late. She let me keep the lights off, and, like, I just have so much fond memories of the ambient light from the TV. Is, like, the opening scene of Kingdom Hearts 2 came on, being in awe. It was, I love the Madagascar game, it was so silly. Yeah, same. The Over the Hedge one, too, was actually pretty good, too, from what I remember. They passed the vibe check. Anyways, I should play the game. Me getting yappy. My thanks for coming. Anukalhai is my name, and I serve a friend. I sought you out that I might alert you of a rising threat of beings known as icons. You are aware of the threat, you say? Ah, but I speak not of normal primals, with which you are exceedingly well acquainted. It may interest you to know that the term icon, and the beings in which it refers to precede the Garlean Empire by eras. You see, it is the name by which the Elagans called godlike beings, the dark divinity Odin among them, and the Garleans who seek to emulate the glory of the ancient log have simply availed themselves of it. This game has taught me not to trust people with mats. I mean, to be fair, too, our first, the guy that told us about this quest was like, hey, this guy's got bad vibes. Okay. Pray permit me to continue the tale. Is it Orangia? Yep. Be prepared, I will stumble. Ah, Rangier, how kind of you to join us. As the Ray of Light's comrade, my participation is to be expected. After all, the matter doth pertain a very fate of the star. The icons of Eld. In the distant past, these mighty beings did offer fierce resistance to the Elagan Empire. Empire? Empire. However, they eventually fell to the men of Alag, who devised the means by which to capture them. And it did not end with capture, as you know, for the Elagans also learned how to harness the Icon's power. They refined this knowledge at the Aether Chemical Research Facility on Azazla, and within the centrifugal crystal machine, they sealed 3 of the beings. The Warring Triad. 'Twas first and foremost acquainted with the infinite power of the Warring Triad, that the Archbishop did seek Azazla. But in the wake of his defeat, the bindings by which confined the icons were severely damaged. No, doubt not that they will fail completely ere long. Know that we do not condemn you for striking down the Archbishop. You were simply fulfilling your destiny. And yet, were the Warring Triad to be, released to this world, unimaginable destruction would ensue. Take heart, for there is hope still. Through swift action, we may yet prevent the awakening and see them released. But in dealing with this new threat, our first step must be to contend with the old. 2 savage gods are returned, I fear, summoned once more by their worshippers, and at a strength far surpassing their previous incarnations. I speak of the primals Ravana and Bismarck. If left unchecked, they will inevitably seek to seize the power of the Warring Triad. This will serve to feed the confluence of chaos and hasten the Icon's awakening. To it we must needs vanquish both of their kinds. I pray thee, however, to first focus thy gaze upon the primals, ere we turn our attention to those Icons and their fitful slumber. I shall return to the waking sense forthwith and consider such measures as are available to us. Meanwhile, I bid thee attend to the task of eliminating the primals. Young Unkathai shall assist thee. The rest assured, he is not our enemy, for the time being, at least. I love how the game is trying to be like, nah, don't worry about him. It's fine. I don't think I'm gonna do these ones because, like, accept them, because I do think they will sit in my, my quest for quite some time. When the boat breaks. Akatai is anxious to act before the Warring Triads awaken. The time has come, Warrior Valet. We must move against the Warring Triad now, or suffer the consequences. The seal is cracked and icons stir. Should they be allowed to awaken and resume their titanic conflict, it will be like the coming of a second calamity. You, Midas, represent our best hope of eliminating this threat. That said, the very act of entering the containment facility itself presents certain unique challenges. So unique, in fact, that I struggle to locate an individual with requisite talents to surmount them. Were it not for the impossibly diverse connections of your fellow scions, I might still be searching. Happily, however, they were able to furnish me with a suitable candidate. Now, along with you and your Echo-blessed companions, all of the pieces we need to proceed with this deadly game are arrayed upon the board. Victory hinges upon no less than total destruction of Warring Triad. But we must also be, but we must also aware beware the interference of those who covet the Lagan's primal harvesting technologies. I speak, of course, of the blindly grasping hand of the Garlean Empire and its fumbling agents. The ignorant meddling of the Empire will serve not only to hasten the Icon's awakening, and it is my master's desire that the Triad be dispatched before Imperial forces delve too deeply. Being that the nearest to wakefulness, the Icon Sephiroth shall be your first adversary. Make your preparations and join me in the flagship in Azazla, and we shall speak further there. Welcome back to Spooky Azazla! I heard Sephiroth and I was about to choke. No, it's Sephiroth. Common misconception. It's like, what, one letter off? So I gotta go up like I'm in an elevator. Oh, I'm gonna hit the ceiling. Here we go, okay. Sephiroth wouldn't care about Eorzea unless Cloud was in it. Unless Cloud was in it. Yeah. I suppose you're right there. I am a little surprised that there hasn't been like a complete Final Fantasy VII collab. But there is theories that the so there's like 12 reflections of the source. Some of the reflections have already been taken, and like fused back with the source due to like calamities and such. And I do believe the theory is that each world is roughly represented by the game, that it's part of. And if I remember right, and I could totally be wrong, this is just my faltering memory. The 7th reflection has already fused, so that's probably why we haven't had like a good collab other than some rewards. Like you get Cloud's outfit, from being subscribed for like a couple of months, I think. Interesting, yeah. God. What if Sephiroth's shard was, what if Sephiroth's shard was, oh god, what's his face? Oh my god, I'm blanking! Pretty boy Garlean. Long blonde, maybe he's born with it, maybe he's Maybelline. Yeah. Yeah, that. Xenos is right. Ding, ding, ding. That's who I was thinking of. Okay. As I warned you, Separat poses the most immediate threat. His demeaning. Oh, sorry. His dreaming mind drifts perilously close to consciousness. Thus must be destruction. Thus must his destruction be our first concern. Your fellow Scions will be joining us anon, accompanied by the uniquely talented individual for whom I'm spoke. From what I gather, the two of you are already well acquainted. Let us continue inside and wait before the doors to the containment facility. Oh my god, girls, hi! You've been not waiting long, I trust. We are eager to lend whatever cooperation we may to your mission, Midas. It is an honor to meet you at last. As I know of only one other Mikore Scion, you must be Archon Yashola. Meaning your diminutive companion is Mistress Kryle of the Students of Baldessian, correct? Diminutive? Perhaps there's been some mistake. I assumed it was for my knowledge and not my stature for that you requested my assistance. I can't believe you brought her height into this. The mistake is mine. I apologize if I have given you offense. Mayhap it would be best if we proceeded directly to the matter of our objectives. Put respect on my girl's name, yeah, for real. Your adversary is the icon separat of the Warring Triad, otherwise known by the historians of Alag as the Fiend. He was once the patron deity to a tribe of tree-like beings native to Mercedia, but was subdued by the Alagan Empire after a lengthy war of attrition. After his defeat, he was imprisoned for the use of the source, for use as source of power. Even now, Separat is neither truly living nor dead. His mind bound in a dream, while his body's energies are harnessed by Lagan technologies. The explanation for his failure to dissipate into aether lies in his restraints. These ingenious devices serve not only to bind him, but to continuously regenerate his corporeal form. Meaning that it will be all but impossible to banish him while said restraints are in place, yes? Remove them, however, we risk the allowing of an unfathomably powerful and doubtlessly vengeful icon to run rampant. It seems that we have no choice but to divide our forces. One team must locate the controls to Sephiroth's shackles and disable them, while the other stands ready to destroy him at a moment of his awakening. A most distinct assessment, Mistress Kryle. While I was aware that the Echo provided you with uncanny insight, I did not expect you to intuit the core of my strategy quite so swiftly. Yeah, because she is smart as fuck. Next question. Ha! If only my gift offered such detailed analysis, which is to say, it doesn't. I merely took it upon myself to learn as much about the Triad's imprisonment as I could before coming here. It will be Midas and I, after all, who enter the Icon's den. Indeed. Given the nature of our adversary and unsave those under the aegis of the Echo should be permitted to enter the containment facility. The risk of primal influence is too great. Well, that's that settled then. I will disable the restraints, and Midas and his gifted adventurer friends will welcome Sephiroth back to the waking world. Better that than the other way around. I'd say, considering our respective fields of expertise, and of course my diminutive stature. Right. It's time I had a little chat with the doorkeeper over there. Activating verification systems, lifting access restriction to Triad control. I had no idea the Baldessian curriculum was so comprehensive. When we locate the controls to Sephiroth's restraints, I shall gladly leave their operation to you. When we locate the controls? Perhaps my words were unclear. Only those blessed with the Echo may safely enter the facility. Your concern for my sanity is touching, but unnecessary. Suffice to say, I am no danger of falling under the Icon's sway. A warning. Verification systems detect multiple unauthorized vessels entering restricted airspace. Security systems engaging intruders. Guardians. Come, Mirangier, we must keep the Imperials occupied. We too should be on our way. Gods, I would be lying to say I wasn't slightly terrifying. But I can very well leave every deadly task to you, Scion. Bold of you to assume that I have not already lost my sanity. Yeah. According to the historians' histories, Sephiroth was immense in both size and strength, mighty enough to rout even the implacable armies of the Elegans. That more than once. To cut a long story short, we have to get this right. I shall do my best not to wake the Icon too much. As my grandfather used to say of certain little monsters, get them up and get them moving while their brains are still abed. I was like, hopefully I'm good equipment-wise, but I am. Oh, big stretcher. I suppose let's... it says we have 6 minutes, so we could probably do a fade or two. Not that fade, oh, it only is minute 2. Why are they all resetting at once? I could try and do the boss. Where's the boss? Where's the big guy? Who am I supposed to get it? Oh. Okay, Clockwork Carnifex. Let's get my chocobo out. Oh my god, he stopped me. Maybe not this battle. Maybe not this. Probably could do it if it was only one guy, but it's two guys. Kind of assholes. Let's see if this one up north. Otherwise, there is one normal fate. My chocobo is not doing super duper great. I think it's because it's tanking, actually. Oh, shit. No! I went out the circle. Didn't mean to. I'm glad that it's that easy, though, because that'll make it easy to change. Need to save him. I am single-handedly bringing up the average time for this. I might have to swap servers as much as I would rather not. So, like, the issue with Dynamis is just that, a lot of people do swap servers to actually just do their dailies and stuff. So it kind of, like, exasperates the problem. People can't get through their content on here. Okay, yeah, okay, let us teleport. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right, I have to log out and then do it. One moment. Okay, we're gonna do uh, Crystal and then Goblin. Because Crystal's usually pretty good. Right, cool, cool. Oh, gotta swap. Alright, we're getting less than 5 minutes, and I do actually believe that with this. Yeah! A lot of people around Limsa typically get their best glams out. Well, this person's umbrella is really cute. I think it's the one that you get from the Laprit. God, what do they call it now? I'm gonna say community quest. My gosh, she looks like, this cat girl looked like Alice in Wonderland. I guess it's October. People are probably gonna do cosplay costumes quite frequently. Gonna creep around and look at people's glams. This row has a very pink... They're giving Hello Kitty. I love it. Actually, I wonder. I'll leave a little fox on their adventure plate. Good shit. I wonder if there's an ocean fishing trip soon, because sometimes people wait for that. They have cute gatherers glams. Nah. If there was, then I already departed with everybody. Honestly, this specific server is pretty sparse, sparse limsos compared to... Oh god, compared to Fairy, which is where my main character is. But that's mainly because this data center has one of, like, the RP worlds on it. I think a lot of people kind of just go there and chill instead. And that's, like, the quicksands, which is crazy. Crazy busy. Ugh. I haven't done this in ages, so let's see how it goes. I might as well be a new baby too.
Disabling Sephiroth's restraints now. Good luck.
Spooky. Yeah, exactly. Forward and backwards. It seems like a cleave. Yep. Patient and penance for millennia I've yearned to something. To enact this vengeance. I am the end and beginning. By my touch, shall your wretched lives be blessed. Whoosh. You have dimmed my boundless light? Okay. Oh. Yippee! They're like getting thrown up in the air. Oh god. Got scared for a moment. Hell yeah. Took you down, dude. You didn't even know what was going on. Sleepy baby. Nobody gets commends from me, I guess. Oh, but I got a couple of commends. That's nice. Oh, thank God, they just teleported me. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. You did it. I've seen you in action before, but never against anything that big. My legs kept telling me to run, but I just couldn't tear myself away. I don't think I blinked once during that whole battle. Herm. A hero, tried and true. If only I had possessed such strength. Ystrella? This is Kryle. Icon eliminated. Oh, if only you could have seen it. Mardius gave Sephiroth the mother of all rude awakenings. And your distraction was perfect! We encountered not a single Imperial soldier. Hmm? Yes, understood. Let's swap tails at the Rising Stones, then. On our path to Control Chamber, we discovered a number of dormant thralls. It would seem that the machines that preserved their forms also hold them in a state of torpor. We need not fear them summoning their deity anew. In short, our work here is done. For the present, at least. Let's go home, shall we? What's going on up there? Points, nerd. Your senses are sharp, young one. I am Regulia von Hydrus, legatus of the 6th Legion. Sorry, I had to think about Roman numerals. Nerd! Yeah, 100%. And it would seem that damnable woman and her accomplice have led me a merry dance through the thickest of the Infernal Island's defenses. To think that I pursued them. I shall withdraw for now, my lessons learned. I doubt it, you Garleans never learn. You covet the means to enslave primals, but in your headlong dash to control that which you do not understand, you show less wisdom than the very tribes that summoned them. I have no interest in crossing blades with children. Live, grow strong, and perhaps one day you will warrant my attention. Sorry, one moment. Responding back to Kyrie. Tell her she's also in there. She might pop up here later, so you might be able to tell her yourself. One of our co-workers, I guess, is coughing in office. And she's like, I hope I don't get sick. I'm like, I hope you don't get sick either. We don't need that. I looked back and you weren't there. Did something happen? Not of consequence. I mistook a shadow for a man. Kryle's like, you filthy liar. Just what are you hiding beneath that mask of yours? A longing for hope, an appetite for power, a lingering sense of regret? And I do detect a desire to test your strength against a certain hero. Is that what your gifts tell you? No, those were just wild guesses, but I wonder if some few of my words didn't strike close to the mark. Or mayhap more than a few. Be at ease, Unal Kahai. I have no supernatural ability to read minds. The echo simply allows me to comprehend, regardless of language, that which a fellow being would have me know. You need not mask your heart as you do your countenance? Countenance. That was a performance, then? A ruse to uncover my true nature? I see I shall have to keep my wits about me. Dude, you're so sus. Okay. On to Mordona. Hello, Catbat. How's it going? Welcome to the Midas Variety Hour, where I find new and exciting ways to fuck up the English language. Oh no, it didn't. One moment. I don't think that is the right one. Oh, what happened there? Okay. Should be good now. No, you're okay. It happens. Admittedly, I did not check to make sure that it was, sensing the right window before I started streaming, so that is on me. Big anxiety day, but I am coping. Oh no! I'm sorry about the anxiety day. I hope it gets better. Hope things get calmer for you. Oh shit. Keep on almost talking to him. So, Warrior of Light, how did it feel to strike down so great a foe? You must tell me more of the experience of our great meeting with your colleagues. Wow. You must tell me more of the experience once our meeting with your colleagues is concluded. Like I said, new and exciting ways to fuck up the English language. Through thine all-surpassing skill at arms, do we now take our first steps in ridding the star of the Warring Triad's baleful presence. And in such wise do we lessen the burden bequeathed to us by the waning glory of Log. Know, however, that the two icons which remain are thought equal in might to Sephiroth, yet may exceed him. Ere thou proceed, I would counsel thee to marshal thy strength, and give careful thought to thought to thy preparation. Assuming the Guardians afford us the luxury of time, even now the grasp for the means to dominate primals blind to the technology's potential for calamity. My master taught me that the entity known as Sephiroth was the world's first sacred tree, elevated to godhood by the belief of its worshippers. There is no power more fearsome than that born of unconditional faith and unbending ideal. 'Tis plain that your master found you a willing student. Tell me, was it he who taught you of Awaken's technology's potential for calamity? Or are those your own words? 'Twas but a figure of speech, nothing more. When we last met, I thought I caught a glimpse of the boy behind the mask, but it would seem that your defenses are firmly back in place. Must you persist with this infuriating veil of secrecy? I, for one, would very much like to know who this master of yours is, amongst other things. As long as our purposes align, what matters of my affiliation? It matters a great deal. I do not ask of idle curiosity. If we are to fight as comrades, we need to be able to trust each other. On which note, I should apologize for my earlier trickery. It was merely an attempt to get to the heart of an enigmatic companion. Truth be told, I was rather glad that you reacted as you did. No person of your age has any business being calm and aloof all of the time, much as you might wish to be. Anyways, we shall be off. Send word if there are any further developments. Well, word will be sent right as soon as you leave this room. As we are not living on patch time, baby. It is go, go, go. A companion? Now, am I? It is pretty lady time. I am troubled. Warrior of Light? The 6th Legion will not soon surrender its pursuit to Lagan technology. While it is true that the 6th suffered heavy losses in attempting to breach Azaslaw's defenses, the Legion is still very much a force to be reckoned with. Left to his own devices, it will not be long before the Legatus moves to... Pray excuse the interruption, but a call to this link pearl can only come from one of your fellow scions. Archon Yastola? What news? And you are quite certain that they've broken through? Yes, of course, we shall leave immediately. It would seem the thing I feared the most has come to pass. The Garleans have succeeded in dispelling the barrier Rangier placed upon the entrance to the research facility. We must intercept and destroy them before they acquire the means to control primal entities. Arcaniustola requests that we assemble at the scene of the intrusion. Pray to depart at once. I shall join you when I have informed the Scions of this development. Gotta go up, up, up. I see we are the first to arrive. No matter, your colleagues should be here anon. They were wise to keep this area under surveillance. Had the Guardian slipped by unnoticed, I dare not think of the consequences. Arcaniustola set forth that for Azisla when it became apparent that the legatus was attempting to breach the barrier, and arrived to find that he had succeeded. We must hope that he is yet to find his prize. Well met, Unkuthag, and thank you for answering my summons so swiftly. Midas, I shall be glad of your presence should be met with the 6th legions, as seems all but certain. As you may be aware, the facility houses some of Alag's most advanced technology. Accordingly, Orangier sought to deny the Empire easy ingress by weaving a ward of singular potency. Not singular enough, it would seem. I would be surprised if the legatus had not reached the core laboratories already. 'Tis passing strange. I wove a ward in accordance with the most closely guarded teachings of the Archmages of Charlian. Naught was left to chance. Naught. 'Tis well known that the children of Garlemald have no talent for the arcane manipulation, nor hath the Empire more than a cursory knowledge of sorcery. That they should succeed in unraveling so complex a skein of magecraft, and with such surpassing swiftness, tis passing strange. That is Orangier. That it is Orangier, but 'tis a mystery for another day. Arcaniustola has the right of it. Before all else, we must move to safeguard the knowledge which has enabled the Elegans to harness primal energies. Of particular concern is the Genesis expression, an etherochemical formula that allowed the scholars of yore to create substances from nothingness. I know of no such formula. Whence came you by this information? From your enigmatic master, perchance? He did furnish me with that morsel, yes, and knowing exactly which prize the legatus now seeks enables us to predict his position. Do you not see? We have been gifted with the perfect opportunity to remove the head of an entire legion. I did not know you were quite so bloodthirsty. Surely safeguarding secrets should take precedence over slaying legatuses. Carl's sentiments reflect my own, yet the two objectives need not be mutually exclusive. What say you, Orangier? Orangier? Ah, forgive me. My thoughts are bound up in idle imaginings, sorry. In answer to thy question, milady, I am content with being led by thee in this matter. Right, I've enabled the facility's teleporters, shall we? You dwell on the matter of the barrier. I do. Verily 'twas the warding spell of the labyrinth intricacy, the brainchild of the head of the students of Balducian himself. Even the most learned archon would require some several moons to disentangle such an enchantment. To do so in mere bells would require some supernatural power akin to the very echo itself. I believe they blocked my way.
In the name of the Emperor!
Oh. Get off of her. Thank you, Stola. Yes, we shall hurry along. After the Legatus. And still they come. Press on, Midas. I will handle this. I've exposed the bones of their work, now to extract the marrow. Even in the moment of triumph, you persist in your misguided crusade. So be it. I shall present my prize to the Emperor alongside your head.
Savages. Can you withstand this?
Yes, easily.
There is nowhere to run! Can you withstand this?
My weapons inhibitors exist for a reason. I will not lose to you. Big ol' cerulean tiger. I love it, but alas, you do have to go.
Enough!
Yeah? Midas. The Tomlith is unbreachable. Done? Cryo. My wounds will not slow my blade should you seek to bar my path. And you would not, and you would slay me, no doubt, but it would be your final act. What madness affects you, Eorzean fools? The Emperor desires a mean to shackle the Icons and their destructive appetites. Why do you rail against your own salvation? It is not for man to wield such power. The primal energy your Emperor seeks to contain would be as kindling waiting for a spark. Forget not the White Raven, Legatus. Like thee, he presumed to wield the power of Log, and invited the calamity in so doing. Star's fate is too important to be decided by any one man, a warmongering savage least of all. Have care, boy, you speak of my Emperor. But denying here in defense of his honor will not further his cause. Smoke bomb. Oh, flashbang. Well, appear not to be dead. How? Cryle. I may have crapped a rib. Or two. But I'll be fine, honestly. Our foes gave no quarter. Had Onkotai stinted his defense of thee, thou mayest be certain thy hurts would be far worse. I could do no less. Mistress Cryle is here at my behest, after all. The secrets of a log are safe for the present, though 'tis doubtful that the Legatus will return to Garlemald till the prize of he covets lieth in his grasp. Then we must redouble our efforts to protect this place. Cryle and I will place additional seals upon the tumulth. I appreciate you staying at my side. Thank you. 'Twas not. Oh, please, it was a good deal more than that. You know it. Now, let me help you. When a woman thanks you for saving her life, the customary response is, "You're welcome." You're welcome. Arrangier, are the new wards already in place? No. My colleagues have yet to toil upon their enchantments. I come unto thee in secret, that I might question thee outside their hearing. Question me? I would speak to the one who undid my subtlest magecraft, he who invited an Imperial Legatus into this facility in hopes of engineering the man's demise at the hands of the Warrior of Light. You accuse me of masterminding this day's events. The plan may have been thy master's, but the deed was thine. Thou didst lure the Legatus of the 6th Legion into a trap from which he was not intended to emerge. 'Tis plain to me now that thy seeming opportunism in proposing his elimination was feigned, and that his death was the object of thy plans from the very first. And you have proof of this? Thine own words betrayed thee. Thou didst speak the Empire's desire to claim Genesis' expression, and the existence of which even the learned Mistress Cryo was ignorant. Whence then did the legatus come by such definitive knowledge? And then there is the matter of mine unraveled ward. None save one possessed of an otherworldly gift could have been so swiftly affected in this disillusion. Know thee of another blessed with such? Assuming these accusations have merit, what then? Full many times and oft doth the pursuit of truth lead man down darkened paths. I take no issue with thy purpose. 'Tis but thy method I would call into question. In the Garlean Empire, we have a common foe. Hadst thou deigned to share thine intentions with Midas and Mistress Cryo, 'tis like that we would have been closed to the trap with less risk to life and more success. I sought to use the most dangerous secrets of Log as bait. Who among you would agree to such reckless plan? None, and with good cause. Irrespective, thou wert remiss in thy duty to thy comrades. I note with some disappointment that the matters concerning the primals and those who would control them, cold rationality upon thou so pridest itself, is conspicuously by its absence. Know that the salvation of the star is an end too vast for any of us to accomplish alone. Should thou fail to trust that in thy comrades, I foresee thy actions precipitating some terrible misfortune. Indeed. My sincerest apologies, Midas. Orange is correct in his suspicions. It was I who orchestrated this encounter with the Empire. I would ask that thou forgive Uncle in this transgression and keep mention of it from Mistress Cryo. It would be a pity for one foolish decision to wither their budding camaraderie ere it had chance to bloom. There you are, you rotten idler. When Eustolis realized we were struggling with the wards alone, she was absolutely livid. Never mind the warring Triad. I have awoken Archon Eustolis' tempestuous wrath. Its supplicant mood shall I return at once, and there atone for mine indolence. Come, Midas, it is time we return to the Rising Stones. We're gonna return there, and then he's gonna say some things, and we're gonna return back. we didn't do the second lady yet. Once again, I must apologize for acting without your consent or counsel. As a gesture of repentance and a sign of good faith, allow me to share something of myself with you. As Rangius suggested, I possess the gift of the Echo. though it would be of a nature different from yours. Regardless, I would use my gift for the selfsame purpose, the salvation of the star, and nothing possesses a greater threat to the world than the proliferation of primal harnessing technology. This I know only all too well. What I am about to divulge concerns the fate of another star entirely. On this other world, magic was devised that allowed the realm's champions to use a stone known as Auracite to contain the power of primals. So armed, the heroic souls conquered god after god, oblivious to their weapons' fatal imperfection. Its propensity to bleed primal energies. With each victory, the heroes changed, transforming at last into fiends of endless appetite. Insatiable in their hunger for aether, they ultimately went to war over the star's ever-dwindling life source, and fought until there was nothing left. Thus, as Orangier was so astutely observed, is when I faced with those who rush to embrace power unchecked, I lose all semblance of rationality. Note that my master too cares deeply about the fate of our star. I am his servant, his instrument, sent here to ensure that the same tragedy does not consume another world. Warrior of Light, in this world, if this world is to survive, then we must indeed move forward with our plan. Another pillar of the warring Triad must be toppled. The question of which has already been answered. Following our encounter with the Legatus, Archon Ustola detected erratic etheric waveforms emanating from the sector containing Icon Sophia, known simply as the Goddess. In former times, such readings can only mean one thing. She is close to awakening. Let us return to Azazla forthwith and put an end to this primal deity, lest she rise again in all of her terrible glory. He didn't even tell us anything new about himself. Yeah. So true. I think he tried to hint something, but we don't know enough yet about him to know that that was a hint. No, I forgot to show you. There's weird statues up here. Here's Sephiroth. And a hint towards our next two. Lady standing on a face. And then dragon looking dude. They are spooky. Oh, did it go too far? I think it did. Oh, there you go. We appear to be the first to arrive. Shall we await our colleagues here? Could the 6th Legion have returned? Midas, Unkutai. We're under attack. Yashola and Aranji have engaged the foe not far from here. Yeah, a little bit. I get it. I think it's like got a lot to do with the color palette and how absolutely polluted it seems. Ha! Rarely is my shield thus tested. 'Twould seem that the Elegans have not laxed in their recruitment. Think you so? Mayhap your arm merely withered whilst you lay idle. Still your tongues, we have stalled them long enough. With scales in hand the goddess shall arise, and righteously cast off her cursed pall, that she, and wrathful Worm King at her side, might judge and bring balance to all. Hear my words and despair, Elegans. Our goddess is awoken. Your civilization has birthed the instruments of its own undoing. "'Tis well that you are here, Midas. I should like to know what our assailants were saying. You understood their words, did you not?" Oh, that's right, because they were probably speaking in, in a different language, and we only knew because of the echo. "'Twas a Mericidian dialect, if mine ears do not deceive, though one which beareth scant resemblance to any spoken in recent times. As for our antagonists' meeting, I do gladly defer to the most blessed with the echo." The one with the shield seemed to think that we were Elegans. He recited what sounded like a verse of prophecy, then claimed that their goddess has awoken. Is that about right? We may want to get in there. And might we assume that the deity of theirs is the very icon which we've come to topple? Probably. Aye. From their tongue, their words, and their attire, 'tis like that they are antagonists, Mericidian thralls to the goddess Sophia, and victims of the Elegans' incursions. Incursions, I should say. If, as Kryl claimeth, they thought us agents of Alag, 'tis little wonder that they have sought to bring us low. You suggest that Sophia's servants have been liberated from their containment? Then we have no choice but to accept the word of her awakening as truth. Gods help us, the Warring Triad has proven formidable enough when we roused them with a fraction of their true strength. Should Sophia break free at the peak of her powers, Midas and his friends won't stand a chance. Sorry, one moment. Let us be about it, then. Midas, Kryl, Unkutai, the three of you shall make directly to Sophia's containment facility. Aranji and I will do what we can to occupy the Icon's thralls. Mistress Kryle, do you by perchance recall the words of the prophecy in its entirety? Ah, let me see. I believe it was, with scales in hand this goddess shall rise, and righteously cast off her cursed pall, that she, with wrathful Worm King at her side, might judge and then bring balance unto all. Now, I remember that this one had a weird balancing mechanic. Alright. I'm going to take this moment to go and grab some water. I won't BRB screen though, and I'm keeping my controller with me in case the duty ready thing pops up. So one moment. Okay, I'm back. Thank you. Here's to hoping that this will be quick. Oh my gosh. Big yawns. My work, recently has, like, asked if some of my team could help cover some second shift hours before our shift. And, there was some wonder if we have to start it this weekend. And, part of me was like, I offered myself up for it, but part of me was like, I kind of hope they don't choose me this weekend, but now I'm kind of like, well, if they did choose me this weekend, at least today I could take 2 hours off my, the beginning of my shift, so I could take a little nappy, but alas. I don't think that's the case, because my leader did not respond to me. Maybe next time, yeah. More so doing it as like a thing to make me look better for my end of years, so that they won't try and argue with my leader that I should get lower pay. That I shouldn't get like a full raise. I'm not entirely excited because that means that my Saturdays will be like 12-hour Saturdays instead of 10, but gotta play the game. Though, I'm planning on the weeks that I do get chosen for it. Most likely I'll have, my Wednesdays be my short work day, so I'll be able to play longer on Wednesdays. Extreme longer on Wednesdays, so. I need to get better at posting my schedules now. Now that things have calmed down a little bit. But yeah. Doing Final Fantasy XIV with Kyrie is kind of like a up in the air thing right now. Just because now we do have our Sundays booked out with a different, like, activity. But it sounds like we're going to every other Sunday for that, so we might be able to do Final Fantasy XIV streams every other Sunday. Like the ones that we don't have D&D for. She really wants to get back into streaming again too, though. She wanted to work on Alice Madness Returns. So when she finishes that, she can finally play, like, replay off for the first time in years. I'm excited to see her play that too. Yeah, I missed Kyrie's streams too. I am fortunate enough to live with her and experience her much of a time, so... I do miss Kyrie right now. Her getting forced back into office, boo-boo. I can't just burst into our, like, home office and say random things to her while she's working. This is taking a lot longer than I expected. We're at 10 minutes again. About ready to go to a city state and yell, shout chat, be like, please queue for containment bay P1 T6. I beg of you. I'm single-handedly bringing up the wait time. Is nobody doing trial roulette? Please queue with me, I am just little Meow Meow, I can't roulette by myself, yeah. It's so true, though. I guess we were really lucky that Sephiroth was really quick. Come on, Sophia is pretty. Pretty lady time. Who do you think is the prettiest FF lady, though? Oh. It's a good question. I love you, Stola. I'm a big fan of Fang from Final Fantasy XIII. Yuna is gorge, as always. There is so many pretty ladies. I love Tifa. I could probably choose, like, a pretty lady from each game. It's hard to just lump them all in. Who do you think is the prettiest FF lady? Oh yeah, Lightning's gorge. I still, get a kick out of the fact that they got her wearing, what was it, Gucci? She, like, promoted a designer brand. Oh my god. We're gonna hit 20 minutes waiting. I was like, maybe if we're lucky, it'll be in and out quick, and then we can actually, like, practically finish this raid series, but if it's gonna be like that, how it is right now, we are going to have to stop right after the trial. Second trial. That's right, Square, gets weird brand deals sometimes, yeah. I remember in the group chat, like, in Lazy Cat, you posted a photo of the boys from 15, and I realized that all of them had, like, red on the bottom of their boots, like they're wearing, I think it's, like, Versace boots. And I was like, damn. They got that Versace money. Oh wait, no, it's Louis Vuittons. Those are the ones with the red bottoms. You see, I am too poor to really keep up with any designer, but I knew one of them had the red bottoms. Noctis gives the impression that he would wear designer clothes. Yeah, he looks like he'd wear Supreme. I don't know how to explain it, but and then, like, maybe that one designer brand that has, like, the caution tape almost. I can't remember what it actually says on the straps, but they're like yellow caution colored typically. There was a furry that themed a fursuit based off of them. Oh my gosh. Shit. This is just getting ridiculous. I am hitting like the 20-minute mark. What is going on here? I feel like the very first time I did Sophia 2, it was this long. Oh my god, finally. At exactly 20 minutes. I might just, I don't know if I'll cut that out of the VOD or not. That whole wait. Maybe I'll just put it in the comment, hey, skip to this point if you don't want to hear me rambling.
I leave the goddess in your capable hands. Just watch out for her worshippers.
She says, bring me my big weird head to stand up top of. Slay Queen? Yeah. Slay Queen is right.
The unenlightened come. Know you the full weight of death.
Okay, okay.
To me, my faithful. Come forth, scales of revelation. I would
I'm
know
glad
the
they
weight
know
of your
this.
souls.
Oh, that's right, the walls aren't down yet.
Can you bring equilibrium? I shall tip back the balance.
Ha! Oh! Oh, oh, oh! Oh jeez, oh jeez. Huh? Why is that ha so clear?
Sin must be balanced with suffering.
Daughter, be the bearer of my wisdom.
Oh, shit. I didn't see that. Huh? Oh, I don't want to be there. Oh? Which one's the thing?
My revelations are lost.
Ha! Baby, it's so fucking weird. I'm like, girl, why? Why? Ha! Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Okay. I see the goddess is no more. Well done. Once Krylin, Unukathal, Thalhide, have rejoined us, we may safely depart. One thing yet puzzles me, however. How did Sophia's servants come to wake from their slumber? I believe we have an answer to that. We discovered the remains of Garlean soldier adjacent to the sector that the containment facility. 'Tis like that the fool ventured too close to Sophia during the Empire's previous incursion and was enthralled for his troubles. Another reminder, if we are needed, if any were needed, as to the incalculable threat posed by these beings. The goddess would not even have been conscious when she claimed the man's will, yet his mistake granted her the means to release her servants, and would have resulted in her own liberation had we not been on hand to intervene. I do much wonder if the Icon's pawn were capable of so effectively manipulating the facility's containment systems. How came he by such a rarefied knowledge? What? I don't know what he's trying to say there. That too is easily explained. During our investigation, Kryl discovered a subtle flaw in one of the mechanisms that held the goddess in check. A flaw which had been plainly added intentionally. Upon examining the facility's records of the period, we were able to piece together the story. It was a time towards the end of the Third Astral era when the peoples of Mercidia faced extinction at the hands of the Allegan Empire. Sophia, being of incomparable cunning, was said to have communicated certain plans to her servants through the mediums of a trusted oracle. Following the oracle's instructions, the duly conspired with a rebel faction within the Alag who, we believe, agreed to tamper with the prison intended for Sophia, and the goddess and her thralls chanced to be captured, though we suspect that had always been their plan. Indeed, the prison was situated at the heart of Alag, which we think they intended to attack the city from within. They would merely have had to wait for the rebels to exploit the weakness in their confines. But the conspirators' dealings with the Mercidians were exposed before they could enact the plot, and were summarily executed. It seems that the flaw itself remained undiscovered, however, and might have remained so until the end of the days, had it not been for the actions of the Archbishop and subsequently the Garleans. I cannot. Oh, shit. Ah! Kryl had the writ of it. Its words may be deciphered as thus. The cursed Paul speaketh of Sophia's prism, from which she was supposed to emerge at the agreed hour. The Worm King, meanwhile, can be none other than the great Bahamut himself. Then yet a prisoner, whom the goddess did intend to unleash upon a log to right the scales of justice. A foolhardy plan, had it come to fruition. The two of them would have surely raised the realm, not would have been spared the devastation, and the Mercidians' homeland included. Their ham had already stood on the brink of oblivion. Mayhap they wished for the not else to purge the poison, not else but to purge the poison of a log with primal fire. You know what? That's fair, though. The tale teaches us that the greatest man's creations may yet be brought low by a single act of treachery. The Elegans were fooled to place their trust in technological bondage. To shackle such beings is but to delay the inevitable. Not save their total destruction shall free us from their menace. Let us return now to the Rising Stones, and there consider the final step of the most needful task. The threat posed by this facility is far greater than you can imagine, Urangier, and one not limited to the icons themselves. Sophia's remaining servants must be put down. Warning, deactivating stasis chamber for support systems will result in subject termination. Enter identification code to continue. Identification code accepted. Subjects terminated. Dude just killed them. Not that we have a better option to deal with them. Not yet, at least. I think we are going to close out this quest and then end a little bit early, so you at least have something of substance to work on next week. I know that, the last portion probably won't take up a full session, but I can fill up the last bit with, just finishing some side dungeons. Is Autumnist Warrior of Light? Archon Yustola mentioned that there was a matter she wished to discuss. Well met, Midas. You will forgive me if I seem curt, but I would settle an account with our young friend. While conducting a final sweep of Sophia's containment facility, we discovered that all of the remaining thralls have perished in their stasis chambers. This was your doing? Aye, it was. I chose to act upon the knowledge revealed within the tombstone we recovered. The true purpose of the prisons is far more horrifying than we first assumed. The Legans were not simply observing the icons and siphoning away their energies, they were conducting experiments in preparation for a more ambitious project. If you can recall, both of the fiend and the goddess were imprisoned within massive spherical structures. These spheres were prototypes which paved the way for the successful construction of an artificial celestial body. You speak of Dalamund. Aye, the Icon's cages were unmistakably of the same design as the Red Moon. To be plain, the research facility contains the seed of 3 calamities which might feasibly be visited upon a chosen target. Eliminating one of them necessitated the destruction of the goddess's slumbering thralls, a distasteful task unfitting of one of the Warrior of Light. Thus did I resolve to perform the deed myself. You have made your case, and 'tis apparent that you were not in full possession of the facts. Nevertheless, your notion of what may or may not have been expected of Midas is presumptuous in the extreme. When the Warrior of Light chose to join the Scions, he did so in the knowledge that he would be required to face and destroy not only primals, but also their fanatical servants. That which you term a distasteful task is an essential part of our calling, a burden which every Scion is sworn to shoulder. I see. 'Twould seems I misjudged the depth of your resolve. No matter, assuming that I've made myself understood, we need not speak of it again. There is, however, one other subject which merits discussion. You really pissed off Ystrola for a moment. You determined that Sophia's thralls were awakened by a Garlean soldier who had somehow gained access to the containment area, did you not? If that is the case, it seems highly doubtful that the interloper wandered into such a dangerous part of the facility by chance. Dissidents within the Empire claimed that the 6th region is rife with agents under orders to thwart the Legatus' mission by any means necessary. Lest you imagine we have allies in Garlemald, I should clarify that their motive is wholly uncharitable. Regula van Hydrus rose to the top of Garlean military on merit alone, and is fiercely loyal to the Emperor for recognizing his efforts. His compeers, by contracts, rose through the favor of the established order, and would accordingly do anything to see him fail. That they would be so reckless. You truly believe that the actions of these agents contributed to the recent crisis? Aye. That they pose no less risk to the realm than the loyal of the Emperor. Plainly, there must needs to be continued to do all in our power to prevent the technologies of Log from falling into the hands of man. On that point, at least, we have ever been in complete agreement. Okay, I'm gonna pick up the quest, because most likely he's gonna be like, go to Azazla, and then we can go to Azazla next time. You just go straight there. Okay, I will posture check. I will hydrate it. Hydrate. Okay. Greetings, Warrior of Light. But one pillar of the warring Triad remains. Zurvan, the icon known as the Demon. According to the histories I've uncovered, this monstrous being was worshipped by the race of Meridian beastmen. These creatures are the key to maintaining Zurvan's manifestation, and we can be sure that many such thralls will be in presence somewhere within the research facility. It is imperative that we determine their exact location as swiftly as possible, as we dare not risk repeating this near disaster that we suffered at the hands of Sophia's servants. As such, your fellow Scions have already begun an exhaustive search, but there's several sectors which only you, Kryl, and I can enter without fear of enthrallment. Let us make our way to Azazla forthwith and aid the investigations. Okay. Alright. You've done it. We've gotten to the final section of the Warring Triad. Honestly, I probably could have gone through it all day had I started, one, at the right time, and not, two, forgotten where the quest starts at the very beginning of today, and three, yapped incessantly at some points. And four, not had to wait like 20 minutes for Sophia, and like the initial 10 minutes for Sephiroth. But that's neither here nor there. There's nothing we can do to turn back time and fix that. I'm gonna try again. I enjoyed rapping with you. Thank you. I'm glad I enjoyed rapping with you as well. I'm just bad at yapping and playing sometimes. Sometimes I stop and I just yap. But yeah. I'm gonna try again next Friday, unless I'm really feeling like doing art on stream, which, like, who knows, I might. To do this again so I can finish up the Warring Triad series. We'll finish it up and then we'll do just like some odds and ends on Midas. Little Nightmares again on Wednesday. I'm aiming to have the VOD up this weekend for the first part, so if somebody missed it and wants to watch it, that's at least a way to watch. It was pretty fun. I think I might be able to finish it in just one more round, unless I am being particularly goofy. But we shall see. I'm gonna try and post up my stream schedules on everywhere that needs them. I did forget my Discord this week. I will try not to do that next week. But, yeah, I'll try and post that on Sunday. Yeah. I'll aim for Sunday. But yeah, I hope everybody has a good rest of your day. Let us see who we can raid out to. Who's around?